Hi guys, it's Beth and welcome back to my channel, Bourbon Creek Crafts. Today I'm sharing kind of what I got from my most recent Queenacraft packet, and then wanted to kind of show you what I got and then show you what I made with it. So every Queenacraft packet comes with this little thank you card, has contact information, some tips, and then these cute little notebooks. And I feel like these would be great to make into like a little tiny traveler's notebook because they all have like cute little fronts. And then this month I got some of these like water drop enamel type dots. And I've been eyeing these for a while, and so I finally broke down and got them. But I think they're like clear enamel dots, and they just look like little water drops. So those are pretty cool. I got a butterfly die set. So it's 3 different sizes of detailed butterflies. I don't have any butterfly dies, so I'm excited about that. And I have been trying to get some more flower dies just because like when I work with scraps, like I would love to just be able to make a bunch of flowers. And I have punches and I have, I think, 1 flower die. And I know I have my silhouette, which I could use, but when you're just doing like little one-off scraps, it's almost just easier to, you know, punch them or just run it through the actual die cutting machine. So I also got this set of like layered flowers, which I thought would be fun to play with. And then I got 2 embossing folders. One is just a polka dot, and then the other is kind of like a honeycomb pattern. So that's what I have to play with this month, and I will be back here shortly and show you what I ended up making with them. Okay, I had some fun playing with the die cuts and the embossing folders. And I started with the flowers, and I just pulled out some scraps from my scrap box, and I pulled out some cardstock and pattern paper. I just wanted to see how it cut through the different materials. And so I have several different colors and patterns here, and I will say the flowers, they cut very easily, and they cut equally well with the pattern paper and the cardstock. And I will go ahead and layer one of these up for you really quickly so you can see how they layer. But I found that I like the versatility of these flowers because while they are meant to layer, you can easily use them like just certain layers together. So you have the base flower, which is this big solid piece right here. And then you have a kind of like the second layer, which shows you it's got like an opening here at the ends of the petals so you can see the original color through the openings. And then next you have a little like additional petal layer. Oops. And it's even got some like lined detail in it. And so I'm not sure if it's meant to kind of line up with the petals, but I kind of overlap it into the openings a little bit just so it makes the flower a little fuller. And then next you have like a stamen. If that's what you want to call it, or the pistil, I don't remember. I need to go back and look at my flower anatomy. That would go on, and then last you have this little center to the flower, and it almost looks like a little starfish or a little star, and then that goes in the center there. But what I was saying about the versatility is you can use all layers like that, or like in this case, I'm just going to stop at this little pistil, stamen, not sure, layer on this one. And then on this particular flower, I just did the big full flower and then the center. And then here's one where I did everything but this part. So that's what I'm, saying, that it's kind of very versatile. They go together very quickly. So now I have some flower layers that I can play with. And then I have a card ready to go here. And I used the dots embossing folder. You can see the little dot detail there. And I tried embossing. I did cardstock and I did a thinner, this is like a shimmer paper. And again, it worked really great on both of those. So I am going to put my card front, embossed card front, on my card base. And I am going to use a little bit extra ATG than I might normally use, just because it's embossed and I want to make sure that I get enough adhesive that it will stick to the front of the card. And then when I chose my flowers, I did like this kind of like burgundy and pink, and then some white. And I thought it would be fun to show like some of the different layers, like all on the same card. And like I said, this one I even embossed, maybe I didn't say it, but I embossed this pink flower with that dots embossing folder. Again, just thought it would add some fun texture. So I'll go ahead and glue these down, and I'm just using the Barely Arts glue. And I'm going to put this layer down first because I want it to be kind of on the bottom. I always find it fun, like layering flowers. I don't know why, but that's like one of the relaxing tasks for me. It's just kind of simple, fun to do the variations, see what kind of different flowers you can come up with using the same parts, but maybe in different colors and patterns. So again, another fairly simple card, but it's got some nice detail to it. And then I do just have a little hello sentiment here that I've already stamped and have ready to go. And add that on right there. So just a fun little bright, cheery, happy floral card. So I also played with the butterflies, and there were 3 sizes to the butterflies. I've used, sorry for the crinkling. I've used most of the ones I cut, so I wanted to kind of show you the 3 different sizes of the butterflies. And so this is the largest. And again, I cut through pattern paper, cardstock with the butterflies. And one thing I found, especially with this larger, like the largest butterfly, is I had to run it through 2 times because it didn't always want to separate on these little slits over here on the bigger part of the wings. And so this isn't overly thick cardstock, and I still ran it through 2 times and still had a little bit of trouble on this larger one trying to get it to separate. The 2 smaller sizes, the small and the medium one, were great. I did not have to run those through twice. Those cut well with cardstock and pattern paper. And so here I did the medium butterfly in like a mint, and then a white butterfly in kind of like an off-white. And then on this dark teal background, I used the like honeycomb embossing folder. And then just added in 3 tiny of the little dewdrop type gems that I received, and then added a little sentiment down here. And so then here's another one where I used the white, or the small butterfly in white cardstock. And then I tested out the honeycomb embossing folder on different, materials as well. So I used some thicker cardstock, and I used some thinner, it's pattern paper weight, but it was like a solid, and it worked great on all of the materials. The only thing I will say is this is a very thick embossing folder. So if you can compare that thickness to the dots one, you can see the difference. And I had to kind of play with my shims on my Big Shot. I had to play with the shims and, the plate to find the right combination to run it through. And I think I ended up maybe using one shim and only one part of my sandwich plates. I think that's what I ended up doing at the end. But like I said, it comes out great. I love the honeycomb pattern that it gives you. So that is my Queenacraft fun share for today. I hope you enjoyed seeing the dies and the embossing plates and how they worked and the projects that I made. I will link all the products in the description box below, as well as website for Queenacraft if you'd like to check them out. And I do have a discount code listed down there for you as well. But I thank you guys so much for your time today, and I hope you all have a very crafty day.